Hello friend, I am Ghanshyam and today I have taken a, a measurement of the low resistance by a Kelvin double bridge method. So in the last class we have discussed two major important problem regarding the measurement of resistance. So today's topic is our Kelvin double bridge method for measuring of low resistance. So here why we called it as a double bridge method? Because of there is a pair of resistance connected. So you have to see here two, one is capital P, another one is small p, and another here capital Q and another one is small q. This is the pair of resistance connected here. So and one one EMF source or battery source is connected here, and the X, that is unknown resistance, connected between C and D, and a galvanometer is connected between D and A point, and a standard resistor, variable resistor, is connected between the point E and small r. So it is actually the modification of Wheatstone bridge in which the error due to contact and lead resistance can be eliminated. So contact and lead resistance, where the contact and lead resistance, if we measure the portion of X resistance, then this contact and this contact, there is a error due to some another resistance or contact resistance. So to eliminate this error, we have implemented this error by using the Kelvin double bridge method. So here Kelvin double bridge incorporate the idea of second set of ratio arm, namely small p and small q, hence the name double bridge. So here X is the unknown resistance, S is the non-standard low resistance, and R is the low value of resistance connected between two lead, and PQ, capital and small pq, are all medium range resistance. Okay, and the lead point B and A, the lead point here B and here A, the two lead point are of 1 for balancing our bridge, and the current will be flow like this, and this current will be divided like this and this, and then the current will be here, I will be divided like this and this by applying this Kirchhoff's current law here and here and here and here, this point. So our main purpose is to balance the bridge and calculate the value of unknown resistance, that is X. So to calculate, before going to that calculation, first we have to balance, that is VCV. Wait, let me erase. That is VCV. Here is the VCV, that resistance into that current is the VCV, and VCDA, that is another volt, that is I into X, and that current into small p. So VCV is equal to VCDA. VCV is equal to, also we have also write that one, that is total voltage into same whatever we have to calculate, that resistance divided by total resistance. Total resistance means this resistance and this resistance. So here is that one. VCV is equal to E into P divided by P plus Q, and VCDA, that is voltage across CDA, that is voltage across CD plus voltage across TA. So voltage across CD is equal to I into X, voltage across DA is equal to I2 into X. So here I2 current and that is I1 current. So I2 plus I1 is equal to I current. Okay, or I2 is equal to, we may also find that one, I2 is equal to total current into opposite arm resistance, that was small resistance R, divided by total resistance, that is R plus small p plus small q, that one. Okay, then here BCDA, by applying the value of resistance, P, then we will get I into X. Okay, here voltage across EDA, that is we have seen here voltage across CDA is equal to voltage CD plus voltage CDA. So voltage across CD is equal to I into X plus voltage across DA is equal to P into I2. So I2 is equal to I into R divided by R plus P plus Q, and put the value of I2 here. So BCDA is equal to I into X plus I into P into R divided by P plus Q plus R small q, that is equal to, take common in the both side, that is current is common. So now here X plus PR divided by small r plus P plus Q into current. So now supply voltage is equal to, that is total current, VCD plus VDE plus VEF. Let's see here that, let me erase. So total voltage is equal to VCD plus VDE plus VER. So voltage across CD is equal to I into X, voltage across DE is equal to I1 into R, voltage across EF is equal to S into I. So let's see here all those value, put all those value, previous value whatever we calculate, that one, P plus Q divided by P plus Q plus R into R plus I into S, and take common the current, that current, take common here, into X plus P plus Q, X plus P plus Q, and divided by P plus Q plus R into small r plus S. So from previous equation, VCB is equal to here P divided by P plus Q into current I into X plus S plus P plus Q divided by P plus Q plus R into A. So here it will get, that is VCB, here is VCB is here, and VCB is equal to E into P plus Q. So put the value of E here, which value, this value, put this value in the previous equation, that is VCB is equal to E into P divided by P plus Q. I think that one. Yes. So put here this value, then we will get VCB is equal to this. So at balance condition, we have previously seen that VCB is equal to VCDA. Then put the value of VCB. So left hand side is VCB and left hand side. So our left hand side is VCB and right hand side is the VCDA. By now take this term into this side, so P divided by P plus Q. So if taken this term into this side, then it will convert P plus Q divided by P, then P by P plus P by Q by P, then P cancel, only left term is 1 plus Q by P, that one 1 plus Q by P into X plus PR divided by R plus P plus Q. And now open this bracket and multiply here where is it is gone. So here multiply all the value means 1 into X, that is X, then 1 into PR divided by R plus P plus Q, that is PR divided R plus P plus Q, then Q by P into X, that is Q by P into X, then Q by P into PR divided by R plus P plus Q, that is, and then multiply A here. So let's take this X into this side. No, don't take this one, because of the same X present here and here, that will be cancel each other. And so our left term is S plus P plus Q divided by P plus Q plus R into R is equal to PR divided by R plus P plus Q by P into X plus Q by P into A PR divided by R plus P plus Q into A. So now here our left term is Q by P into X, Q by P into X, this term, and this term are, this term is this term, and this term is transferred to this side, and this term also transferred to this side. So our equation will be formed like that. Now by calculating all those, we will get X is equal to P by Q into S plus QR divided by P plus Q plus R into P divided by Q minus small p divided by Q. So here our capital P by Q is nearly equal to small p by Q, but actually it not same. So X is equal to P by Q into X, because of P by Q minus small p by Q nearly same, so it will be cancelled. So our only term is left, that is X is equal to P by Q into S. So if it will take, then delta is equal to P by Q minus small p by Q, and hence the resistance value become X is equal to P by Q into X plus Q divided by P plus Q plus smaller into delta into R.